Alright. What's up, everyone? Welcome to Trivial Disaster. I am the one and only Bubba Panda with Tom.
Hey,
Holly
everybody.
is not feeling good tonight. So Tom said he would fill in. And I hear an echo. Is that on your end, Tom?
I don't hear an echo on my end.
I do. It's what I
Rule of thumb: if you don't hear the echo, it's you.
Oh, okay. So I could just take this out. How's this?
Let's see. Sounds
Better?
better. Yeah.
Better.
Okay.
Is it better now, Karen, for you? Nope, I still hear it.
Oh, there's nothing else I can do for it.
Tom, if you have the sound coming out of something else,
No,
it's gonna pack through the microphone.
I don't have a sound coming out of anything.
Try turning down the volume then.
Yeah, I don't have the sound coming out of anything. Just my
Let's
laptop.
see. Can you hear the echo now?
I don't hear it.
I don't hear it now.
Sounds good now.
All right.
All right. That works. So what's going on, Tom?
Not much. Not much. I was up pretty late last night. I had to moderate on another channel, and the stream is supposed to start at midnight East Coast time. And I waited for like an hour for the host to come, and I kept calling him and calling him. I finally got a hold of him. I said, "Hey, you still doing the show?" He goes, "Yeah, I'm actually doing it right now." I go, "No, you're not." He goes, "Yes, I am." I go, "No, it's not on the screen. It's still the thumbnail, and you got like 89 people that have been waiting for an hour." And he's like, "No way." I'm like, "Yeah." He goes, "You mean I've been sitting here talking to myself for an hour without broadcasting?" I go, "Yep." So he had to start the show all over again. And I think that went to almost 2:30, 3 o'clock this morning.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. And if it wasn't for me, he would have done that whole show to himself. That would have sucked.
All right. I had to send the link out on Facebook and that.
Yeah, I see that the Facebook link went out.
So let's start getting names wrote down.
Yeah.
Just look here in the chat room. We got Irene. We got some lady I don't know, but her name's Lori.
Yeah. She's good. She's good.
Yeah. No, how you doing, Lori? We got Karen.
Yeah, I got
Irene.
I got Irene, Lori, Karen, and Steve.
Yep. Steve should have his new woman listen to the show tonight. I'll be good.
No comments on Facebook popping up.
Let me see. I see comments.
Yeah.
We're seeing
I
them.
see them all.
I have no clue what he's talking about.
So,
how you doing? Are you any closer to getting out of there?
I don't know. Depends on when they get that lady out of that apartment. so I can get moved in. As always, we take the first 5 right answers that come up on us, which does Facebook and YouTube. We get it all on one chat, so we'll take the first 5 right answers.
You guys were also on
And-
X tonight.
We're on what?
Twitter.
Oh, Twitter. There is no prize tonight. Sorry, guys. So tonight's just for fun.
Tonight's prize is bragging rights.
Last week we did it was just like a general TV questions. Tonight is old and classic TV trivia questions. I know, Karen, right? Right? I know. So we'll give another minute or so. Well, Dan, I just looked at the show on Facebook, and it's showing the comments are all coming up on my end.
Did you try turning off Facebook and turning it back on?
There's Mr. Dan.
It's showing comments for you on your screen, but the people watching on regular Facebook cannot see any of
No.
the comments.
That's what I did. I went to regular Facebook on my phone.
Comments for you on your screen.
Like, look.
Watching on regular
Hold on.
Facebook cannot see
That's what I did. I went to regular Facebook on my
Yeah, nothing's showing because I've typed a couple of things on here and they're not coming up
Look.
on my screen.
These are coming up on my phone.
Yeah, we're not seeing it on mine or Christina's. Steve's not seeing them on his.
Bree can see
I
them.
wonder
Look on
why.
mine. I can see them. What?
Well, there's a reason it's called Trivial Disaster. Yeah, see, my comments aren't going through.
What did you do, Dan? What did you do?
Nothing. But as long as you guys can see it and you're able to keep score, then we'll move on. But nobody's going to be able to see what they're typing. See, that shows on yours, but I have nothing on mine.
You know what? That's funny because
That
I
is
don't
so
see
weird.
anything on mine either.
Yeah, Tom's not getting them. Steve's not getting them.
Well, I promise you guys, we are getting the chat.
Okay, Puddin', I see you typing.
Yeah, I
Christina
can
says
see it.
Jason did it.
but
I see you
I
typing.
don't see-
Yeah,
Oh,
you're on the
well, that's not
dashboard.
gonna
You're
do it.
just not on your screen. But as long as you guys are able to keep score, then I say, what the hell, go for it.
All right.
Since there's no prize, it's not really going to matter.
So, like I said, it's old and classic TV trivia questions tonight.
I got a prize we can put in there.
Oh, you
$20
do?
Chick-fil-A gift card.
Yeah.
Well, there you go, guys. $20 Chick-fil-A gift card. Oh, yeah. All right. Question number 1. Hold on. Corey says his internet's down, been down since 2. The funny thing is like here in this building where I'm at, all the internet's down here too, but I'm running off my data. So, yeah, I think there's something going on. It was today when they were supposed to have them. I don't know if it was solar storms or some other thing that was.
Yeah, something like that.
Oh. All right. Question
I guess.
1. What TV show invented the rerun to allow its star time to recover during and after pregnancy? What TV show invented the rerun to allow its star time to recover during and after pregnancy? All right, we got our answers. It's I Love Lucy. So it goes to Karen, Corey, Bree, Irene, and Steve.
Okay.
That's 5, right?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yes.
All right. For how many total years did Ed Asner play Lou Grant? For how many total years did Ed Asner play Lou Grant? How many total years did Ed Asner play Lou Grant? He said all of them. That all the answers? We've got one right answer, and it's Irene with 12.
Well, do we want to count Corey? Because he said all of them. Does that still count?
I don't know. That doesn't count. We don't know. I don't know how many years that show was on.
Well, then I guess it counts for Corey then.
No.
No? Okay.
No, because the show might have been on 15 years for. I don't know. I mean, but it's how many years did he play him in total? So it sounds like he didn't do all of them necessarily.
Okay, and Corey said don't count it. So, all right.
Which TV series has a lost episode due to the assassination of then President John F. Kennedy? Which TV series has a lost episode due to the assassination of then President John F. Kennedy? I don't even actually know this show. Corey says Green Archers. Karen. Something tells me Garden Time with Susan has a lot of lost episodes. All right, the answer. There goes the echo again. The answer is the Joey Bishop Show. No one had that.
You know, if you go on YouTube, you can and you look up the day Kennedy was assassinated. There are like a full day of everything leading up to the assassination, like everything that was on TV, and then you get the full brunt of the news from it. It's really interesting.
Next question. Yeah, you guys, I've never heard of it either. I don't know. Esther Roll starred as Florida Evans on which two classic TV series? Esther Roll starred as Florida Evans on which two classic TV series? Got to get both of them. Esther Roll starred as Florida Evans on which two classic TV series? And you got to get both of them. Let's see. Hell no, we ain't got no questions about Jelly Roll. All right. The answer is Good Times and Maud. Irene is the only one to get it.
Yeah, she showed up originally on Maud, and then went to
See,
Good
I don't
Times.
remember that, but I didn't really watch that show though.
And Maud was a spin-off of All in the Family, just like Good Times.
Jefferson's was a spinoff of
Yep.
All the Family.
Yep.
Which fellow Golden Girls cast member had a recurring role on Maud with B. Arthur? Which fellow Golden Girls cast member had a recurring role on Maud with B. Arthur? And I for those of you who watch Golden Girls, I did see that they're actually doing a new Golden Girls series. I want to say on Netflix or something.
No, that's not true. I went and looked it up. That is an AI picture. A lot of stuff is AI that's going around and it's confusing a lot of people. But there's nothing in the works right now for one.
Just like tomorrow night, they keep saying it's supposed to be an actual episode or a new series of Roseanne with her back in it.
Yeah, that's not going to happen. All right. The answer is Rue McClanahan. And it doesn't look like anyone got that one. Corey wants to know if someone ripped ass. Well, I know I didn't.
All right. Which was the first show that Norman Lear produced? What was the first show that Norman Lear produced? You know, Norman Lear, he did a lot of those sitcoms.
Yeah.
I think he's still even alive, but
No, he just died a few months ago.
did he?
Yeah, he's like 101 or something like that.
I knew he was like getting there, yeah.
All right, let me ask: does anybody in the chat besides Steve see that Boobus and I are frozen? Because Steve thinks that Boobus and I are frozen.
He just says we're not speaking.
Okay, thank you, Karen. Thank you, Laurie.
So, what was the first show that Norman Lear produced? Everyone got their answers in? The answer is the Martha Ray Show. The Martha Ray Show. Looks like no one got that one either. All right. Cast members of which two classic shows guest starred on the series finale of The Fresh Prince of Bel-Air? Cast members of which two classic shows guest starred on the series finale of The Fresh Prince of Bel-Air? You got to get both shows. Cast members of which two classic shows guest starred on the series finale of The Fresh Prince of Bel-Air? No one got an answer for this one?
I know it.
I wouldn't have known it, but I mean, I know the two shows, but I read. Cast members of which two classic shows guest starred on the series finale of The Fresh Prince of Bel-Air? All right. 3, 2, 1. The answer: The Jeffersons and Different Strokes.
Yeah, it was George and Louise from the Jeffersons and Arnold and Mr. Drummond.
Yeah. All right. This next one should be an easy one, guys. Where did Ralph Cramden threaten to send his wife on the honeymooners? Where did Ralph Cramden threaten to send his wife on the honeymooners?
I think they were, Karen. I think they were playing the same characters.
All right. Anyone else got an answer? Are Karen and Irene the only two playing?
I guess. I don't know. Come on, some of you guys must know this stuff.
Well, they both got it right. It is To the Moon. To the moon, Alice. Which TV host initially refused to book Elvis Presley, but then made his performances even more famous? Which TV host initially refused to book Elvis Presley, but then made his performances even more famous? Which TV host initially refused to book Elvis Presley, but then made his performances even more famous? And again, out of the two answers, they are both right. It is Ed Sullivan. All right. Mama's Family. It was a good show.
Yes, it was.
Mama's Family was a spinoff from what show? Mama's Family was a spinoff from what show? Any more answers? Mama's Family was a spinoff from what show? The answer is The Carol Burnett Show. So we got Karen, Lori, and Irene. Steve, that's actually a pretty good guess, but I think that came after Mama's Family.
Vicki Lawrence was who played Mama.
Yeah.
But good guess though, Steve.
That actually was a good guess.
Yeah.
This might be a hard one, but we'll see. Who gave Bobby his first kiss on the Brady Bunch? Who gave Bobby his first kiss on the Brady Bunch? And it was not Irene. Who gave Bobby his first kiss on the Brady Bunch?
Of course, Steve would go with that.
All right. Are all the answers in? The answer was Millicent. Karen, Irene, and Lori get it right. We'll go ahead and give that one to Irene, even though
Well,
she
Millie
gave like the
is-
short
it's-
version of it.
Yeah.
Mork of Mork and Mindy was from which planet? Mork from Mork and Mindy was from which planet? I remember watching that show when I was a kid.
Yeah, I remember watching it too. I actually had one of those stuffed dolls of Mork, and he pulled the string on the back of it and walked.
I might have had like the Mork and Mindy lunchbox. I'm pretty sure I had a Mork and Mindy shirt too.
And I also watched. They had a cartoon as well, which I think for like one season, Robin Williams did the voice, and then they ended up getting I think Dave Coulier to do it.
Huh. All right. The answer is Ork. Mork from Ork. Karen and Irene got that one.
You want me to give a update on the score?
Go right ahead.
Okay. Well, to no surprise, with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 points is Irene. Lori with 2. Karen with 5, 6. And Steve with 1. Bree with 1. Corey with 1. Dan with nothing. And Diane with nothing.
All right. Laverne and Shirley was a spin-off of what show? Laverne and Shirley was a spin-off of what show?
The same show as Mork and Mindy.
Laverne and Shirley was a spin-off of what show? I love Lenny and Squiggy on there.
Yeah, and I think it's Lenny or Squiggy. I know there's only one cast member left from that show.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, Michael McKean. I think he played Lenny. That's right. He was Lenny. Squiggy died about 2-3 years ago.
Huh. All right. The answer is Happy Days. Karen and Irene get a point. Which character in the Wonder Years is killed in the Vietnam War? Which character in the Wonder Years is killed in the Vietnam War? I don't know if that'll be a very easy one. Oh, sorry you're leaving us, Karen. Have a good night.
Have a good night, Karen.
Which character in the Wonder Years is killed in the Vietnam War? The answer in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. The answer is Winnie Cooper's older brother, Brian. So, Irene, you did get that, even though it's obviously not worded the exact same, but yeah, that's the answer.
Did she get it? Yeah?
Yes.
Okay.
She gets that point. I'm impressed on that one, Irene.
Yeah.
Fred Sanford often called his son what insult on Sanford and Son? Fred Sanford often called his son what insult on Sanford and Son? That should be a pretty easy one.
Mm-hmm. Hey, today I tried a new version of laid potato chips, and it was an IHOP version. It was the Rudy Tooty Fresh and Fruity. So it tasted like pancakes with
Is
syrup.
that a real thing?
Yeah. Well, I got my thing on blur, but yeah.
Oh my God.
Yeah. And it
What do
literally
they taste like?
You taste the strawberries first, then you taste the pancakes, the bacon, and then the syrup. You literally taste it. It's the weirdest thing,
Wow.
but it's really good.
That's crazy. All right. The answer is dummy. So Corey, Irene, Steve, and Lori. They all get the point.
You big dummy.
That show was fun too. When him and Aunt Esther would get into the insulting each other. That was the best shit.
You should look her up on YouTube. She used to be a stand-up comedian, and the Aunt Esther, she was
Yeah.
foul mouthed, like big time. So was Red Fox.
All right. Dick Loudon lives where in the show Newhart? Dick Loudon lives where in the show Newhart? Now, I didn't never really watch Newhart. I remember my parents watched that, but
Oh, I watched it. It got pretty crazy sometimes,
I
but it was very funny.
I was kind of, I don't know. I was like too young then to really give a shit about that.
Because you have this one guy and all these crazy people around him, and it's just the composure of Bob Newhart with all these crazy people going around, doing what they do, and his reactions to it were the best.
Yeah. Dick Loudon lives where in the show Newhart? Get your answers in. Come on, no answers? The answer is Vermont. So no one got that one.
You
This
know,
one
I
this
feel-
next one should be pretty.
yeah, but you know what? That question, it should have been. Did you say what state it's in, or where where did he live?
It just said Dick Loudon lives where in the show Newhart.
Okay, because Irene's partially right. The name of the inn that he ran was called the Stratford Inn, but Vermont is correct as well.
What was the very first African American two-parent family sitcom? What was the very first African American two-parent family sitcom? Now, I love this show. Absolutely loved it. Anyone else got an answer? What was the very first African American two-parent family sitcom? And the answer is Good Times. Florida Evans and James Evans were the two parents.
Damn.
So
damn.
Irene and Steve. And what was that you were drinking there, Tom?
It's called Franny's. It's luscious lemony lemonade. It's got no sugar, no sodium. It's aspartame free, and it's got like energy drink in it, like green tea in it, and a little bit of caffeine. But it is good. Let's see. 1, 2.
Who does Barbara marry in one day at a time? Who does Barbara marry in one day at a time? I used to watch that show too.
Me too.
Like I could just hear the theme song in my head right now. Like,
Oh yeah. I think that was another Norman Lear show as well.
here's the funny thing was last night I looked up at the clock and it just happened to be 11:58 p.m. So instantly I start singing Iron Maiden's 2 minutes to midnight. Without even thinking about it. It just as soon as I saw it was 11:50 or 11:58, I just instantly started singing. All right. Any more answers? The answer is Mark Royer. Irene's got it right. Steve, I don't know if that's who played Snyder.
No,
Or
that's not who played Snyder. Snyder was the
Okay.
handyman.
Right. But I couldn't remember who she married or what,
I couldn't remember either.
Who was Blake Carrington's business rival on Dynasty? That's another show my parents watched like when I was a kid. Who was Blake Carrington's business rival on Dynasty?
Dynasty had those really great slap fights. Women just slapping the hell out of each other. How
Now,
dare
come
you.
on, Steve. You gotta catch up to Irene. By the way, again, winner tonight gets a $20 gift card for Chick-fil-A. Oh, there
See,
it is,
there's
right
one.
there. Who was Blake Carrington's business rival on Dynasty? And the answer is Irene gets another point with Cecil Colby. Cecil Colby. I keep wanting to leave the L out of that for some reason.
Yeah. Okay.
It's raining outside here.
Yeah, we had rain last night. And I think it's supposed to rain again at some point this week and weekend. But it was nice today. I mean, it was a little cold, but it was nice.
Who voiced Charlie Townsend in the original Charlie's Angels? Who voiced Charlie Townsend in the original Charlie's Angels? Well, no shit, it's dark there, Steve. It's almost 8 o'clock. I gotta hit this for a second. All right. Who voiced Charlie Townsend in the original Charlie's Angels? Any more answers? Irene got it right again. I think we'll probably only go till about 8 o'clock. Another question or two,
All right.
since there's really no one playing. I think a lot of people are just having internet issues.
Yeah, Steve. Tom Bosley was the father from Happy Days.
Yeah. The SS Minnows famous 3-hour tour took off from which city in Gilligan's Island? The SS Minnows infamous 3-hour tour took off from which city in the show Gilligan's Island? The weather started getting rough. The tiny ship was lost. Wasn't for the fearless crew, the minnow would be lost.
The minnow would be lost.
Hey, we got Ray Lytle in the house. All right, the answer is Honolulu. Corey says he heard it again. Someone's dropping gassers.
Not me. I know that. I would have said something.
Not me either. I'd admit to it.
Let's say if he's the only one hearing it, maybe it's him.
It might be. And maybe his ass is dumb and he just ain't feeling it. In the Twilight Zone, who was the Howling Man? In the Twilight Zone, who was the Howling Man? Thank you, Ray.
I actually
I
have.
love it when Ray shows me love.
I have the Blu-ray set for
Bob Saget.
for
Did
the
you
Twilight
guys see
Zone.
that thing? I think I posted it on that meltdown thing where it's that little midget who's the comedian,
Right.
and he's talking about Bob Saget told him about John Stamos was like afraid of midgets.
Yeah, that is
So-
true.
He ran in
You're talking about Brad
and
Williams.
started humping his leg.
He's actually going to be in Springfield sometime soon, I think.
Who, that midget?
Yeah.
Oh, that dude, he's funny.
Brad something.
He is funny. Yeah, find out that info, Jason. All right, in the Twilight Zone, who was the Howling Man? Any other answers? The answer is Satan. Satan was the howling man. All right. Who was Samantha's nosy neighbor in Bewitched? Dan says Brad Williams. He will be at UIS in August. You
August
got
24th.
tickets? Oh, Dan's taking me to see Brad Williams? Hell yeah.
It'll be at UIS.
Thank you, Dan. I'll have to get good and stoned before I go into that show. Who was Samantha's nosy neighbor in Bewitched? Any more answers? The answer is Gladys Kravitz. Irene gets the. Wasn't Endora the mother?
Yeah, and Dora was the mother-in-law.
Like Samantha's mother on there? Or is that wrong?
Wait, she was Samantha's mother, and Larry Tate was the husband's boss.
Yeah. Two more questions. The Love Boat was set on which cruise ship? The Love Boat was set on what cruise ship? Let's see how many of you guys remember that one. Yeah, and Steve, being as old as he is, he should be knowing all these.
Right show, wrong people. Oh, that's right. Okay, all right, Steve. I was like, wait, what?
Yeah, good answer, Corey. Good answer.
And that cruise ship still uses the Love Boat theme. I just saw a commercial
yeah?
for it about 2-3 weeks ago. Just popped up on YouTube one day.
Any more answers? The Love Boat was set on which cruise ship? The answer is MS Pacific Princess. So sorry, it was not the Sun Princess or the Princess Cruises. It was MS Pacific Princess. Steve and Corey, you're a little late there. And the last question. In the movie MASH, not the TV series, but the movie MASH, Donald Sutherland played the same role as which star in the TV series? In the movie MASH, Donald Sutherland played the same role as which TV star in the TV series?
The movie is great. I have that. I have that movie. It's fantastic.
I don't think I've ever seen it.
Well, they had to put a thing at the beginning saying that this is the Korean War because they at the studio didn't want anything linking it to Vietnam, even though it was supposed to be like that.
Yeah. I just don't think I could watch it without the same people in it. You know what I mean? Like to me, it wouldn't be MASH with different people in it.
Well, there's only one person from the movie that made it onto the TV show, and that was Radar. Radar is in the original movie, and he plays the same role.
And one more time in the movie MASH, Donald Sutherland played the same role as which star in the TV series? All answers in. The answer is Alan Alda. So Noah gets it. I got a feeling I know who won tonight.
With 15 points, Irene. With 1, 2, 3. 3 points is Lori. Karen got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 points. Steve got 1, 2, 4 points. Bree got 1. Corey got 2. Dan got nothing. Good day, sir. And Diane got nothing. And Ray just got 1.
And Irene says you can give it to Lori. So, Lori, if you're still in here, contact Jason.
Yep, just shoot me a message, and either myself or Amanda can run it over to you.
So, all right. Well, thanks of you guys who did join us.
Thanks for letting me help out.
And tune in tomorrow morning for the start of this week's morning disaster shows.
Followed by tomorrow night, hopefully, Stainless. Steve's very favorite show.
Yeah. All right. Well, thank you guys. And we will see you later.